Caitlin Clark's good relationship with Taylor Swift starts to affect Cathy Engelbert. Since the WNBA star and the pop star have been seen together, people have not stopped talking about it. Caitlin Clark's growing friendship with Taylor Swift is one of the sport's most talked about crossovers that is even beginning to have a ripple effect off the court. The Indiana Fever icon's friendship with one of the world's most popular pop stars has generated new buzz for the WNBA. However, it simultaneously put pressure on League Commissioner Cathy Engelbert, who has come under renewed criticism from fans. What started as some nice Twitter exchanges between Swift and Clark has escalated into something with some genuine cultural pull behind it. Now, fans are using that relationship and bringing it up to remind Engelbert of past remarks and challenge the manner her league leadership handles its brightest star. Hey Cathy, you going to Taylor's wedding? Per Sportskeeda, fans recently mocked Engelbert online when Commissioner Hahn's quoted comments regarding Clark again surfaced. Afterwards, one viral statement read, "Hey Cathy, you going to Taylor's wedding?" The comment spoke for an increasing number of fans who believe that the commissioner mishandled Clark's surprise popularity spike and, more broadly, the league's public relations effort. Earlier this month, there were reports that Engelbert had made a statement that implied Clark was grateful for her platform in the WNBA. Those reports have since been clarified by Engelbert as expressing that Clark is a transformational player whose presence has raised the interest in the game. But for the supporters, the harm was already done. And now that Clark's friendship with Swift is a household name far and wide beyond the basketball court, even more backlash against Engelbert has accumulated inside fans. Clark's presence on TV at NFL games and in viral social media highlights has made millions of new fans aware of women's basketball. For the WNBA, that is a supreme marketing strategy, but also means that every little thing said or shown about Clark will bring extraordinary public scrutiny. Whenever Swift and Clark appear together, the moments goes well beyond entertainment and sports arenas. That value crossover validated Clark's talent, and by extension, validated any perceived missteps on the part of league management too. What started out as a little insignificant scandal has now become subject of a national dialogue, one that converges fan commitment, celebrity culture, and sports politics. The commissioner in the news. For Engelbert, the test is clear, directing the WNBA's historical expansion against a wide number of fans who are protective of Clark's reputation. Engelbert has always been grateful for Clark's attendance contributions, ratings, and merchandise sales in many instances, but the commissioner's relationship with the league's newest sensation is always looked at very closely. The additional baggage of Clark's relationship with Swift has simply added to the controversy. Social media reaction has brought Engelbert into the narrative, which she has usually avoided in her career. The Taylor's wedding remark is perhaps in bad tone, but it provides a larger question. How will the WNBA leadership respond to a new wave of celebrity criticism? One thing can be taken for granted. When basketball meets pop culture, the WNBA cannot ignore the noise. The WNBA has seen its fair share of storylines this season, but none more surprising or entertaining than the unlikely bond between basketball phenom Caitlin Clark and global pop icon Taylor Swift. What began as a few mutual compliments on social media has blossomed into one of the most talked about friendships in sports and entertainment. Yet, behind the smiles and viral moments, Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is reportedly feeling the ripple effects of this star-powered alliance, and the impact could reshape the league's balance of influence. It all started innocently enough. Swift attended a Fever home game in late August, slipping into a courtside seat alongside her usual NFL entourage, drawing more camera flashes than the scoreboard. Clark, ever the competitor, dropped a near triple-double that night, and afterward casually mentioned how having Taylor in the building just makes you want to play better. From there, a friendship blossomed. The two exchanged jerseys and bracelets. Clark's signature yellow logo 22 band traded for Swift's 1989 friendship bracelet. Soon after, Clark was spotted at one of Swift's era's tour shows during the off-season, introduced to the crowd as my favorite sharpshooter not named Steph Curry. Fans went wild. The Fever's social media account exploded. ESPN ran it on a loop. But as the attention grew, so did the implications. The Swift effect hits the WNBA. Within weeks of their connection, merchandise sales featuring Clark spiked again, this time eclipsing league-wide totals. Swifties, loyal and loud, began buying WNBA jerseys, posting highlight edits of Clark's set to Swift's songs, and flooding Fever games with friendship bracelets and homemade signs. Attendance rose wherever the Fever played, and the league's social feeds began to look more like fan accounts than official channels. For Cathy Engelbert, who's been fighting for years to grow the WNBA's visibility, this was both a dream and a dilemma. The sudden attention was great for numbers, but it wasn't entirely under her control. The Caitlin Taylor connection, as it became known, was changing the way fans viewed the WNBA. Corporate sponsors began asking how to leverage the Taylor crossover. Media outlets began requesting exclusive access to Caitlin and Taylor stories. Even players in other markets quietly grumbled that the league seemed to orbit around one player. And at the center of it all stood Engelbert, the steady-handed commissioner who'd built her leadership around fairness, financial sustainability, and quiet growth. Now, she found herself managing a cultural storm that no business plan could have predicted. Private tensions, public smiles. Sources close to the league say Engelbert has been both thrilled and cautious about the friendship. On one hand, Swift's involvement has driven massive viewership numbers, helping secure a record-high broadcast rights proposal from multiple networks. On the other, the spotlight on Clark has created what one executive called the gravitational pull problem. The WNBA has always been about collective progress, a league insider explained. But when someone as powerful as Taylor Swift throws her influence behind a single player, it changes the entire energy. Caitlin isn't just a player anymore, she's a movement. Engelbert reportedly encouraged Swift to attend the WNBA Finals, hoping the pop star's appearance would elevate the entire event. But Swift, ever loyal to Clark, instead posted about supporting my girl through the off-season grind, subtly implying her attention lay more with Clark's journey than the league as a whole.